This is the most public yet of my many humiliations.
Well, guys, I've been waiting for this moment, and I wanted to share it all with you, and hopefully we can have a little fun with it. This could be a potential, like a little game almost. But basically, what I have to tell you is I woke up this morning and I checked my social media, and it turns out I have my first 2 trolls. That's right, I have 2 trolls. This is a monumental occasion. Now, I've always had people that have commented on my YouTube channels who disagreed with me, and some of them are very gracious disagreement, you know, talking, want to discuss the issues, and some of it is just snarky nonsense that I respond to with smiley faces and things like that. But usually it just ends at a couple comments and that's it. I got probably like 20 comments from these people, and this is fantastic. Let's go through this and we'll play a little game with it. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, here we are. So 2 trolls. One is named Nelson's Rudolph, and the other one is Oh Brother. Let's go through Nelson's first. His are quite extensive, but we won't read them all. Here's what he says. He says, most people aren't for this is about my immigration video. He says, most people aren't for tearing down the borders. You made a white nationalist strawman argument using the Bible to be a racist dog like the people who did slavery. Wow, that is pretty impressive. He says, you did a good KKK Trump and Putin loving KKK dog neglected to mention the scriptures that state how you treat people instead of boundaries and land ownership. KKK Trump and Putin dog. That's interesting. Then he has some verses here. This is actually very helpful. I'm glad he did this so I can have these verses for my project that I'm doing currently. Anyway, this is a video about Thabiti, how Thabiti can't even. Remember that video? That was a fun one. Here's what he says. That's baloney. The Southern Baptist Convention has never fully repented of their racist beliefs. They burnt Spurgeon's book. Spurgeon! Can you believe it? Nelson really cares about Spurgeon. And they wanted to kill Spurgeon in the South. Oh my goodness. That is shocking. They threatened to keep support from the SBC because they were criticized for supporting the racist birther president. You think like Dylan Roof, the church shooter. Ooh, I think like Dylan Roof, the church shooter. That makes a lot of sense. Here's a response to one of my older videos. This guy went through my whole catalog, starting from the very beginning. He just says flat out, you hate black people. No, you really hate black people. Every video is about race. You're not even a Christian. You think like Dylan Roof. What about the white evangelicals following alt-right nationalists like Donald Trump, who's supporting Corey Stewart and Paul Neal? I don't even care about that. There are no good Nazis! Wow, he really went out on a limb there. There are no good Nazis. That is impressive. What about that one guy? This is not fair. He says there's no good Nazis. What about the Schindlers List guy? Puh. Here's his last comment here that we're going to talk about one more in just a second. He says, what about white evangelicals? Oh, he already said this. Oh, I already read that one. Oh, no, he said it twice. Okay, whatever. Here's the best one, I think, from Nelson's Rudolph. He says, putting kids in cages and separating them from their parents is sickening. You are a fascist pig. Go to the devil for the destruction of your flesh, Mr. Skinhead. Now, that last one got to me. That's why I'm wearing my hat here. I don't want to look like a skinhead. And actually, it's just a little bit cold. All right, the other commenter is Oh Brother, and he is quite extensive. This one says, everyone who disagrees with you isn't a Marxist, LOL. The Soviet Union was very racist towards Jews. There's nothing about Marxism that's real and good. There's nothing about Marxism that's real. What do you think he means by that? I don't know. What about 8 nationalists running for political office? I'm starting to think Oh Brother might be the same person as the other one. Who knows? He says, I hear alt-right white nationalist stuff when I go to predominantly white evangelical churches like George Soros, bust in the Nazis, and counter-protesters in Charlotte. All my white churches are white nationalists. That's so ridiculous. Alt-white nationalist garbage. But this poster will never talk about this because he's a white supremacist dog. Do you think he's talking about me? I'm a white supremacist dog? So I just asked him what church he went to. Would talk to his elders. He says, this is what he says to me. This is about Dr. Russell Moore. He says, you're just another Trump-worshipping racist evangelist evangelical that's morphed into the alt-right. You criticize these guys, but every day I hear white evangelicals quoting alt-right people like Stefan Molyneux, I think that's what he meant, Richard Spencer, and Jordan Peterson. Yes, Jordan Peterson subverts the narrative about the Holocaust and the Nazis. You hear all those white devils? I see all those white devils.
He said, let me guess, white devil, white devil? Yes.
Everyone who disagrees with you isn't a Marxist. Then he says the same stupid thing about the Soviet Union. Who cares? Well, this is a good one. Well, you look and sound like a skinhead. Now, actually, he didn't actually say this initially. What he actually said was that... Let's find it real quick. What he actually said is, you look and sound like a skinhead Nazi bitch. But then he edited it just to make it a little bit nicer. So I do appreciate the fact that he edited this comment. And, you know, I don't think I look like a skinhead, but hey, he thinks I do. Actually, he thinks I look like a Nazi skinhead bitch. So, I don't know. This is my salt mining video. This was a very popular video, actually. This one got a lot of traction. And here's what his response... Oh, brother has a very thoughtful response to my salt mining video. He says, well, Trump was a disgraceful and treasonous. I'm a Marine, and I served under Reagan. Trump should be impeached, but alt-right white nationalists evangelicals like you have drunk the Kool-Aid too long to see. Well, I'll say this, oh brother, with respect, hey, thank you for your service as a Marine. You don't know what you're talking about, because I do not support Trump. I did not vote for Trump. I did not ask anyone to vote for Trump. So you're just clueless, and you're just talking nonsense. Here's what he said. Trump, he likes to repeat his comments. He'll put the same comment. Look, this is the same comment on two different videos. This one's one of my Love Your Neighbor as Yourself videos, and this one is his, who knows? I don't know. But anyway, but he says here, I am part of the Christian white identity movement. I don't even know what that is, but apparently I'm part of it. Here's, oh, this is the one where I said that J.D. Hall and Pulpit and Pen were right about social justice. And he says, man, J.D. Hall is a mad racist dog. I am not a Black Lives Matter person, but he lumped all black people in with the leaders of that movement when I listened to him. Well, I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm not going to argue with him. Oh, this one's really great. This is my favorite one. He says, this is the Love Your Neighbor as Yourself video about You Shall Not Murder. He says, man, all your videos are on race. You are clearly a white nationalist alt-right Nazi. Well, we took care of you clowns in the 1940s, and if we have to, we will again. Well, I wish you would have watched that video, because if he had, he would have known that that is a Sixth Commandment violation, my friend. Your mother is a running dog with no teeth. I'm sorry. that one got me, man. And then he says, "Are you? Your mother's a running dog with no teeth. Are you really going to run for office? That will make a record of 9 white nationalists running for political office this year, and your cult leader is supporting 2 of them, and I'm sure plenty of evangelicals will vote for them." No, I'm not running for office. That is a sign that's from the 1980s. Anyway, so let's play a game. I'm gonna put the 2 on the screen. They're my 2 favorite. Nelson, which one is the better insult? Nelson said that I should go to I'm a fascist pig, and that I should go to the devil for the destruction of my flesh, and then he called me Mr. Skinhead. And then, I don't know which one do you choose. Should I choose this one? Or this one, yeah. You're clearly a white nationalist alt-right Nazi. We took care of you clowns in the 1940s, and if we have to, we will again. Your mother is a running dog with no teeth. That's really an insult to my mom, though, so I don't want to use that one. Let's use this one. Well, you look and sound like a Nazi skinhead bitch. All right. You have to vote in the comments below. Whoever wins is going to win a glorious prize. This is my first 2 trolls, and I want to make sure to greatly honor the best one. So you can vote for either of one of these 2 on the screen, and let me know in the comments below, and we'll have a little fun with this. Anyway, I hope this was funny. God bless. This wasn't helpful.
the most public yet of my many humiliations.